What's up? This is SportsWall27. I'm coming to you to talk about UFC 119, or should I say UFC 119 Nougeria Attack. The two headline fights, Frank Mir versus Antonio Rodrigo Nougeria 2, which would be a great fight. I'm going to make some quick predictions here. I believe Frank Mir is going to win, even though I completely hate Frank Mir. He easily overpowered Nougeria in the last fight, but this time he's even bigger, and he's probably way better than Nougeria now, and I believe he'll come back with more ferocity, and he'll beat Nougeria. And I'm predicting maybe a knockout in the second round, or maybe a knockout in the third round. I don't believe he can knock him out in the first, though, so it might be deja vu, exactly like the last one. And then Little Nog and Nougeria goes up against Ryan Bader. That will be a great fight. Little Nog's last fight against Jason Brills. Jason Brills has a great ground game. He's really good when he gets on top of people, and when he controls you, it's very dangerous. He knows he is a great submission wrestler. Maybe he could become one of the best in the light heavyweight division. He was very close to submitting Nougeria, very, very close. But I still feel like Jason Brills beat Nougeria, and he deserves the win. I think it shouldn't be Bader versus Nougeria. I think it should be I think it should be Nougeria versus Brills too. But Nougeria actually is very good striking, very good, solid technical striking. He was in the Brazilian Olympics for striking team, and he also has a great ground game to go along with it. He's a Brazilian. He's a Nougeria. But against Ryan Bader, I think Ryan Bader's too young, too fast. I think he might knock him out or catch him or win by decision, because Little Nog's hard to stop. But Ryan Bader probably won't look to get on the ground. I think he'll look to stand and knock his way out of this. But if this fight does go to the ground, Nougeria could submit him. I mean, there's always a possibility of that. He's in Nougeria. We're talking about if he could pull a guard, he could do anything. But that fight's hard to predict, so I might predict Ryan Bader knockout third round, because I think he might soften him up. There's also some other fights on the card, like Sean Strick versus Evan Dunham. Also, the two new fighters are fighting, Mark Hunt and Rafael Natal. But those opponents aren't confirmed yet. Neither is Chris Lytle's opponent. But CB Dalloway will be fighting Joe Dirksen. Joe Dirksen coming off a win at UFC 111, at UFC 113 in Canada over his hometown crowd. And CB Dalloway hasn't been doing so good. He hasn't lived up to his hype. But CB Dalloway, he's always a good wrestler. Joe Dirksen is a veteran in the sport. I believe Joe Dirksen will submit submit CB, because CB has always had a hard time with submission defense, even though he is a wrestler. Or CB Dalloway can knock him out. I can't predict that one. I'm not going to predict to the main card. I'm just going to predict the headlines. But when it comes around for this fight, I will make my predictions. And those are my headline predictions. And see ya. Sports Wall, your hot topics in sport news.